they're not getting services in return, and that other approaches need to be found. And the Labour Party in particular took great pride over many years in saying once again, and you and listeners remember Nigel Clark in particular, once again, no new taxes. So there's some politics there. There is, from an economics point of view, there is a significant role for taxes in the economy. There's a balance between taxes that are used to provide services and the effect that those taxes may have on economic growth and individual well-being. And who gets taxed and on what amount, so it's progressive or regressive. So it's an important discussion to have. What we face now is that coming out of Melissa, there's shortfall. We're likely to borrow more. We're going to need more revenue, and I believe the Labour Party reluctantly went in that direction and tried to target it at areas that were not broadly painful. Mr. Robinson has not bought into that and has instead taken another interesting argument, which is no new taxes, but we will collect more taxes from the people who ought to already be paying taxes, which is an important distinction in terms and philosophy. But at the end of the day, it means that more money is coming out of the economy and going to the government, which from an economic perspective essentially has this very similar effect on economic activity. So it's an interesting proposals, but at the end of the day, it comes down to philosophy and politics, I believe, a little bit more than economics at the moment.
All right. So he's arguing, that is, Mr. Robinson is arguing that raising taxes while the economy is contracting after Hurricane Melissa is a wrong approach. From an economic standpoint, is this a valid criticism? Should governments raise taxes during a post-disaster recovery period?
All right. So there's a general school of thought that says when you take money out of somebody's pocket, it's contractionary. There's a school of thought that says it's, in other words, I take more out of your pay, right? You are able to consume less. You spend less at the supermarket. You save less. You consume less, and therefore, for the economy that is already contracting, that contracts it even further. That is only part of the story, though. The question arises: well, okay, when the government gets the money, what does it do with it? Does it use it? Does it just consume it, or does it use it to invest in capital, which itself can generate economic growth? Does it use it to reduce debt, which will itself over time create space for economic growth? So there are two sides to the argument, but for sure, taking more money out of your pocket now, right, will reduce your ability to consume, which means that the person who usually sells you something will be making less. And if that is not balanced by what the government does with that money when they get it in terms of investing for economic growth, then overall, I think the economy will contract. So there is an argument to be made there and several caveats to be inserted.
The environmental levy, we've heard from the business community about that. Mr. Robinson is also arguing that the levy is misleading because the funds go into the consolidated fund rather than environmental projects. Do you think that this is a legitimate criticism? Should environmental taxes be ring-fenced for environmental programs, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we have a long history of taxes going to specific things. We did it with the Sports Development Foundation, with the educational tax, and all of these things that end up going into the general fund. There is we have come under pressure in the past from international bodies, specifically the IMF, to not create what they consider these distortions in the economy by collecting taxes for specific purposes, and they have discouraged it. However, I think, there are reasons for that when we were deep into working with the IMF to restructure the Jamaican economy. But But we must be sincere. Is it just somewhere to collect money to pay a bill in an unrelated area, or is it in fact environmental? And I think that is the weakness on the government side in terms of you may call it an environmental tax, um, but just to be, you need to be clear that it does not mean that the spend will go into the environment, if that is the case, or if it is that that portion of the spend, what is collected, will in fact be identified, even though it's not direct, or to the general fund, and be spent on environmental issues related to Melissa preventing future hurricanes, then I think that case can be argued. But what happens over time is that the money just ends up in a box, in a pot, and you just scoop out some, and you're not, it comes from different places, with different names, but it never really goes back into whatever the nomenclature would indicate it should go back into. So I think that's a fair point to raise.
And he also poked holes in the sugary drink levy. He is saying that the $10 billion levy is more about revenue than public health. Do you agree with that? That it is primarily a
No,
revenue?
no. Yes, it is revenue. But why is that a
But
bad thing
but
that
would
it's
it but
revenue?
would it actually reduce consumption? This is one of the arguments that
Okay,
have been
okay.
raised.
All right. Let's back up a little bit.
Yes.
The budget is short. You need money, right? It is not that somebody went down to KPH and said, "Why do we have so many diabetes issues? We need to find a way to reduce consumption of sugar." That argument has been going on for a long time, and taxes were not raised to address that specifically. And we'll leave aside the cigarettes for
Talk a truth.
other categories of
One
what they call sin taxes, right? Although I'm not sure that sugars will end up in that, but it could very well, because this is very damaging to the system. All right. So let's just be clear that the objective here is to raise additional funds,
Mm-hmm.
right? How you raise that funds will either create related benefits or harm. In this case, a fair argument that can be made is that raising the tax on sugary drinks could reduce consumption and therefore have a health benefit to the country in general. And we do have a major problem with non-communicable diseases, lifestyle diseases, that's placing a burden on our health system and a direct cost to the government. All right, so that is a very real thing. All right. Now you run into the issue because if on the one hand you're introducing a tax to raise money, then really, if you think about it, you want people to drink more sugary drinks to pay more taxes. If it is that you are taxing to the level to reduce the consumption of sugary drinks, which has a health benefit, then the natural corollary to that is that you're then reducing the amount of money you bring in. Right? So I think the government has made a bet that, look, at this level of
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for yet another Sunday morning. And sorry, my apologies. Please, this is not the Colin Bell Show. This is Talk Jamaica. On a Sunday morning, the program facilitates all callers. We open the phone line. We don't invite guests on a Sunday morning. Maybe we might have a co-host, but not a guest. So the callers are first and foremost. So let's go straight into it this morning, into the phone call. Ed boy, good morning. Happy Sunday, my brother.
Happy Sunday to you, brother. I am the opening batsman this morning.
You beat nephew to it this morning.
Yeah, man. I'm no labor. I can't force no PNP.
Tell her. That is it.
No, Colin, I want to raise an issue with you that I have been quietly looking at for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. And I saw that Comrade Paulwell, with the opposition spokesman and energy, has
Yes.
been issued a statement on it about 2 weeks ago, but I think it missed the entire Jamaica.
It
Do
did.
you know
Mm.
that Petrojam recorded a loss of $4 billion last year?
$4 billion.
Yes, in a time where oil prices were quite stable.
Hmm.
Yeah. So because remember how Petrojam will record loss, Petrojam will record loss if the prices keep on going down.
Yes.
Yeah. And they were locked into contracts that were high.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one. Two, Petrojam would record losses if they received bad gas and they
Yes.
had to compensate consumers.
Yeah.
No, Petrojam would record losses if you have a smart government that that keep an oil edge in place, but don't use the edge to protect Petrojam against increased prices.
Hold on. You said they would make a loss if you have the oil edge?
If the oil edge is not used for what it is supposed to use for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you with me? So that remember that edge is an insurance, Yeah? And
Supposed
the
to be an
insurance
insurance. Supposed to be, because they are not edging, so that money is not no longer used for what it was put there for.
but it is being collected.
Mm-hmm. Every
And
day.
understand,
Every single day.
understand, understand it's two types, two types, not just the edge. There's also an ad valorem tax, which
And
is a
that was
gas
supposed
tax.
to go towards fixing roads.
Right. It was supposed to go into the road maintenance fund.
Yes.
So gasoline in Jamaica, as it were, is seen to taxation.
Yes.
Now Petrojam benefits significantly from some of those revenues as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to ask a question, because I know the answer to the question I asked him. Why is Petrojam recording a loss? And I'm using this publicly to see if you could invite Comrade Paulwell to come and speak on some of the issues surrounding the report, because I'm certain that he has forehand knowledge of what is happening at Petrojam in
Oh
terms
yeah,
of
them
what has
can't
been
go on
tabled.
Philip. Philip are gonna know what is happening and why the loss is there. Whether
Right.
he will tell us is another matter, but he is going to know.
No, he will. He will. I'll tell you, he will tell you. Because, in fact, I want to go further by saying that there is a speculation, and we're
No,
speculating. And it is
hold on. What I mean by will he tell you, because Philip not and the general PNP, they are not gonna do anything to damage the country. So if it's something that will cause national issues, they are not going to talk.
well, I
It's,
can
it's
tell
not
you
like
this.
the labor rights them. We just
No,
talk
I can tell
anything.
you this. He will have to tell you, and he has no choice to tell you,
Mhm.
because what is happening at Petrojam can affect the livelihood of Petrojam. I want you to hear me now. Yeah? And Petrojam is also a legacy of Philip Paulwell. Yeah? A legacy that he built, helped to build it, structure it, get the Petro-Caribbean agreement that stabilized gas prices in Jamaica. Now, Colin, do you know that when an average gas operator gets, for example, they purchase the gas from Rubis Energy, for example, yeah, that Rubis might sell them and tell them you have to pay me within 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, when Rubis Energy goes to, and I'm using Rubis for just as an example, but if Rubis Energy goes to
No,
the
just
to
all
the
right.
to
Just
the,
use
to the
use Colin Energy.
okay, let's Richard. So Colin Energy
Yes,
goes to sells.
I am distributing gas in Jamaica now.
Right. So
Yes.
let's say Colin Energy is a distributor of gasoline from Petrodam, and it distributes to Head Boys gas station in St. Mary. Yeah. Typically, when Head Boys gas station buy from Colin, there's a credit line. There's a line of credit. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
That is
Mm-hmm.
extended, and that line of credit typically is between a 7 to 30 day period. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
However, at the source, at the line, meaning where it is coming from at Petrodam,
Mm-hmm.
that typically there is a 30 to 60 to 90 days extension period or credit that is given to that distributor. Yeah.
Okay.
At there local the persons who they sell to are distributing for them, selling for them.
Yes.
Now the point that I made, I am of the view, having looked a little bit at the records of Petrojam in terms of who goes directly to Petrojam for gasoline to distribute to
Because
sellers.
you're aware that some of the other marketing companies bring in their thing themselves.
Absolutely. But I am referring to those who are buying directly from Petrojam now.
Mhm.
Yeah? No. What they bring in don't have no effect on Petrojam's book. Yeah?
Right.
So we're referring to persons who go to Petrojam and purchase fuel. And I'm going to expose something this morning to you, Colin.
Mhm.
Do you know that currently the Minister of Energy, that is your neighbor there in West Portland, yeah? Do you know currently he flies on a airplane which belongs to one of the largest market of gasoline in Jamaica?
Mm-mm.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
Me no
And I
know.
could go further to say
Me no know.
what's
Tell me.
I have seen the plane. I have recorded the plane in my duties while serving at the airport. He and his wife and the pilot, Mr. Lynch, Ricardo Lynch, who's the pilot, who's also the chairman of the Pilots Association for Jamaica, representing JCA. Yes, that plane belongs to the Custos of St. Anne, who owns School Oasis.
Where I say? Where I say?
Ask anybody who know him. He travels on that plane. It lands every time up in Portland, and it lands at Ian Fleming, and it lands at Montego Bay and at Tinsipen. That is
So,
the plane he flies on for years.
but him not have one little plane for himself.
That little plane you're referring to, is it the white plane you're talking about?
Me no know our color,
It's,
but me think him have
no,
one.
that little plane is that one. That is the plane. It is
So
owned by Cool
it's not the
Oasis.
minister's plane. The minister not have one little Cessna for himself.
The little Cessna we're referring to, sir, is owned by Cool Oasis. I am not asking you, Colin.
Me
I
think
am
of the
telling you.
minister. Me think of the minister plane. Cause me know say
No,
well. Me think the minister have a
don't.
Cessna for himself.
There's two Cessna. I think you're confusing the situation, Colin. There is a white Cessna. Yeah.
Me don't know the color
And
them. Me
there
never
is-
see them. Me just I mean as I tell people that the minister and I used to have a good friendship. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm telling you, Colin.
so
I have
hold on.
recorded
Him have
in
one for
my-
himself, but the one we are talking about are the cooler yeses man one.
is the Cool Oasis plane. I am not asking you. I'm telling you. Yeah. Now, to put things further.
Hold on, nah, me think the minister, me know say the minister have a Cessna for
He has
himself.
a plane for himself. Yes, he has
Right.
a white Cessna for himself.
Yes.
You're correct, Colin. You're not guessing he has a Cessna for himself, but understand this what happened.
The one we are
He had
talking about now, a
eventually-
different one.
He had eventually bought. He had bought that Cessna from them, and then they changed over to the other one. Yeah?
Oh.
I'm not asking you, Colin.
No, man,
Remember, this is the field I used to work in.
Yeah, listen,
So
but me just you know me like try
Hold on.
verify things. So
No, but I am not guessing, and I could tell you if you want to verify this, go to Ian Fleming and ask them for the flight records.
all right.
Yeah.
Good.
No, to go further, come in and hide nothing now. Because when you're a thief in taxpayers' money and you're in a compromising position, people must highlight it. Yeah?
Talk to me.
No, can you believe, for God's sakes, that this man is the Minister of Energy, right? Not only is he flying on these people's plane, that's one, which is a conflict of interest, by the way.
Yes, that's a compromising position.
Right? And he
If
has been
true.
doing it for years. Not only is he flying on their plane, but when he was appointed to Minister of Energy, these same people, and I'm going to highlight it now, and it is alleged that these same people have interest in purchasing Petrojam.
But the government, then I said they now about sell it.
No worry about that. You go and talk, because you're good to talk. Listen now. And I'm going to tell you why they're not going to sell it. Because they're going to crash it and then sell it. They have this $4 billion loss that they have recorded is the first since the nastiness occurred at Petrojam that they're recording a major loss.
So
No,
you're saying that
why?
the loss is design. Is that
And that is
design?
where I'm going. The loss is designed because the minister allegedly wants to sell it to his friend who owns the plane.
Hey, let me tell you something. Them labor right are dangerous. You know, you hear Christopher Tufton
No.
come out and say the government can't handle medical waste. Is a design to give somebody a contract to collect the medical waste. Now you hear it boy saying that Petrojam lose $4 billion. It's a design.
But let me help you. Let me help you and show the public that there's public records to show that this company had expressed interest before. So when in 2018 we expropriated the shares of Pedevasa, the first local company to make interest in the purchasing of Petrojam was the same company, backed by another group out of Trinidad, because the whole of them are coolly together. Yeah? Let me say this to you, Colin, and I am going to speak to the powers that be. This same company also is a major supporter of the MP in Western St. Mary, of the MP in Northeast St. Anne, and of the MP in Western Portland. This is a financier of the JLP in this area, in those areas I've called. Now, tell me, how could this be any justifiable, demonstrable reason for you wanting to sink a national asset like Petrojam, who has, by the way, turned the tide and was recording a profit before last year? No, I tell you why they can't record the profit. And I'm going to tell you the underselling and the nastiness that is happening at Petrojam.
Yeah.
So typically, Petrojam issues letters of credit. So when you buy gasoline, as I tell you, it's mostly LCs, right? So if you default and pay within the 30 days, then come for you.
Yeah.
No. What they have been doing to their friends and come along, particularly this company, and another one named Yardman. I'm not afraid to talk this morning, Colin.
And Yardman is owned by a member of parliament.
Absolutely. No, let me tell you what is happening. Let me tell you what is happening. They are issuing letters of credit to them and still discounting the gas. So you understand why these people can open up so much operations?
But why should Petrojam be making a loss at this time?
You come on, you know, understand? Say, I have to go back again to take care of my grandpicnic then. Huh?
Oh, this term is for him and him
term
picnic
is
them
to
and him
ensure that
grandpicnic
these
them.
guys set themselves so much that, because Colin, let's be realistic. There is nothing happening on the international market. For example, the Platts, except for this war which has occurred now in Iran and Iran blocking the Strait of Hormuz, right?
Yeah.
Gasoline prices have really been stable, fairly been stable.
Yes.
The Platts have not gone up. Nothing much has happened. The Brent crude has remained stable. So has the international price.
It has been stable for a while. Yeah.
Yes. So what could be the accident? And then Petrojam started to sell marine fuel to Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, yes.
They were selling. So Petrojam should now be showing us a growth in their sales, not a decline. So the decline can only occur when there's underselling and there's lack of collection. Now I'm going to go to the lack of collection part, and then I'm going to leave. Because after highlighting these old criminals, I'm going to show you why they came back for the third term. Yeah? So what they're doing is underselling the gasoline, one, so they're giving the discount. Now, typically, how gasoline works, you can give, if you go up by in the international market, you have a +5 or a -5. Yeah? That is the rate. I'm going to teach you the energy this morning. Yeah?
Yes.
No, that is when you're shipping. But on the purchasing side, right? When you're literally purchasing from the pump, from a distributor, what happens is that typically that distributor can give you 20 up, 20 down, in the price. My information is that people have been getting 50. So they're getting 50 cents on the dollar for every gasoline for every liter of fuel that they get. No, if you
50%
50.
discount, that's what you mean?
Absolutely. No, if you calculate that, and let's say we were to use what is the current rate today? What is the selling rate from Petrojam
inside the national arena?
What is, sorry about that, head boy?
Right. The selling rate now for gasoline for 90. Let's use 90 as a fuel. 90 is the most common fuel, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's use 90. 90 maybe is going at 100 and is $130 a liter?
For 90? Maybe that's in
Yeah.
Kingston. Yo, come Portland.
Okay, so let's use the Kingston rate though.
Yes.
Because when it gets there, there's transportation, there's CIF and transportation involved.
Yeah.
That drives up the cost. Right? But at the Kingston terminals,
Mm.
right? It's 130. So let's say one of those trucks you see, Colin, they're called isotanks, right?
Yes.
Those isotanks typically carry between 28,000 to 32,000 liters, yeah, of fuel. Now, if you do the math, because you're a better mathematician than I am, calculate 28,000 times 130, right? And then you'll see what actually. So every morning those trucks leave Petrojam. Let me bring up my calculator here because I want to ensure that I am
28,000 times how much?
130. We're just using 130.
1,000.
That's 3,600,000.
Multiplied by 130.
640,000. Yeah, 3.6.
So that's what they're giving up every day?
No, I am showing you. So that is what one tank, every time you see a truck moving on the road, that is what that truck values. Yeah?
Okay. 3.64 million.
Right. No, we are giving up, right? So for every liter we sell, we have been giving up at least in this nasty deal that these guys are doing with these two companies I've mentioned, allegedly. Yeah? They are giving up at least 50 cents on the dollar. Now, what do I mean 50 cents on the dollar? So for every liter, they're getting 50 cents off that liter. I don't think you understand how big that is in a Colin.
So it will be 50 cents times 28,000.
Yes. And look at what the discount is.
Times 50 cents. So it's $1.4 million that they might give up?
Yes, and remember that they don't give up one
per truck.
They don't take one truck a day. Yeah?
So that's per truck.
So that's per truck. Do you understand why no Petrojam is recording a loss?
No, but you see, Ed boy, one of the things with this government is the level of squander, the level of corruption. And when we talk to the Jamaican people about the corruption and what it is costing the country and why you can't blame no PNP, you have to blame the people of Jamaica, the laborites who voted back for a corrupt government. And stop talking about PNP must do more. PNP did all that they could. Could they be a little more strident? Yes. Could they be a little more attacking? Yes.
But
they
one
put
second.
it
I
on
don't
the
want
table.
to get into politics. I want the number. One second. I want the numbers to speak for themselves. So you say it is how much million?
1.4 million they're giving up per truck. And somebody is saying in the chat room is saying 90 goes for $176 per liter.
So see there. So imagine. But anyway, look so if 1 point something per truck, just calculate that.
An average of 1.5. Call it 1.5 per truck.
Right. And calculate that because remember how the trading go is from Monday to Friday. Yeah. So
no, let's calculate how much truck out a day? About 100 truck out a day?
Roughly. But
I don't
want to
some
go
of
by
them, some bigger than some.
Some bigger than some. I don't want to go by the 100 truck, right? I want to just go by this one truck times 5 times a year times a month. Then you go to the year.
One truck multiply by 5.
700. And then
$7 million times 52. Hey, 364.
What's the number you have?
364 million. All right. let's shave off the 64 off of that. And let's say sometime the truck no go. You understand? For any eventuality. So you're saying it's $300 million a year. Hold on, because I want to calculate something. $300 million per year for one truck. $300 million a year for one truck. And let's say it's 100 trucks. I think it's more than 100 trucks. But we just do it at 100. I don't like that figure. That figure you tell me 30 billion.
No, that's what I'm saying to you, Colin. Look what I'm doing. Let's say the discount is among two major companies, allegedly, right?
But it's only
so
money.
Just focus on these two companies and see how close it gets to the billion, to the 4 billion. Yeah?
Yeah. So you see where it goes. Right, you see it. So it's giving away it.
Yes, that's exactly what they're doing.
Somebody getting kickback off it. Because I'll tell you this, Ed boy. You see certain people in this government, if the deal value $100,000 Jamaican, them want for them share out it, and I can say that as a fact.
No, it's Mr. 10% you talk about, man. I can call him. I'm not afraid of them.
Want
everything he does is 10%.
People who might not know. It no matter how small the money is, that man 10%. Want fee share.
10%. Same with the buses.
You don't say to yourself, say, yo, this are just 50 grand, man. That man not go on no tight. You lie. Him want it. Them want. And hold on. It's two of them me know. When no matter how small the deal is, them want for them share. And Ed boy, you might not want to mix up the politics in this, but it's sure you have to, because this is what is costing the country. This is where the country not broken up. There's money around. Lots of money. And when we set up people that corruption is costing the country $120 billion annually. $120 billion every year go to thieving politicians and them friends.
But I also want to go further in the Ministry of Energy. Right? You, Caroline Palmer, we're supposed to be a churchwoman. You come to the front of the line, because today is the Sunday I'm going to deal with the Christians who are supposed to be good Christians and supposed to be serving Prophet Jesus, and not doing good unto him. Now, how could you be you know that Caroline Palmer is no longer the permanent secretary
at the Ministry of Energy and Transport.
Energy, right? But she was replaced by the clueless girl who said that they could even answer about the bus them properly.
But
clueless.
No, but I wouldn't call her clueless if she's new. She wasn't there when these bus saga go on. But I call her speed, boy. I think she handled herself well just coming into the ministry.
No. And I'll tell you why I say no. When you go, you ever on the job training?
Yes.
When you're an employer, when you bring in people and you give them on job training.
Yeah, man, she have to brief herself and all of that. Me say she was totally truthful, but me think she better than Favour, although she's not a minister.
No, but Favour is a minister.
No,
a permanent secretary is the chief financial officer of a ministry, Colin.
Yeah, but even the financial secretary, Miss Coy, me think this girl flow better, angle herself better.
Well, if I should tell you how she flow better, you wouldn't believe.
Tell me.
But I will leave that alone. No. On a serious note, I need to ask, why is Caroline Palmer retained in the Ministry of Energy?
She's the advisor now.
As an advisor.
Yes.
This woman can't see good. And I'm not disrespecting anybody. I respect Miss. In fact, I have had a very good relationship with Sister Palmer, who is a member of the missionary church, by the way. Yeah?
Yeah.
So let me, I'm not here to disrespect her. Her family and her children are very nice people. But at the end of the day, Colin, the problem that we must highlight, when someone old, tired, and wash up, one must go on the yard, go sit down, and stop participate in corruption. Yeah?
Yes.
Stop being supporters and enablers of corruption. This woman is supposed to be a woman who's supposed to be reading her Bible.
Ed boy,
Yeah?
I want to ask you one question before I let you go. Dr. Alfred Dawes told Desmond Mackenzie in the parliament, why are you still here at your age? You should be home playing with your grandkids. Dr. Dawes later apologized. What do you think about that?
I would have never, you see one thing with me? That's why I think I will not do very well in representational politics. Yeah? Because I have the tendency to not, I will not apologize for what is true.
That
Desmond
is it.
Mackenzie.
No, you're
Desmond
talking to
Mackenzie.
me.
Desmond Mackenzie was out of place and he was rude. And one of the problems
What did he say to Dawes? What did he say to Dr. Dawes for Dr. Dawes to drop that response on him?
You need to go listen to sort of what your comments.
Yeah,
right?
What did he say?
He told Dr. Dawes that you just come in and who you think you be. Yeah?
Hold on.
That is what he told. That is what he told Dr. Dawes. And that is why Dr. Dawes responded by saying, yes, me just come. But a time for you go your yard and go play with your grand picnic them.
And I think Desmond really need to go home and I go and tell him. Let me just tell the people why I think Desmond need to go in yard. Listen this.
Here UTC for the first time in many years has made a profit. Them no one we talk about.
Then you are telling me say this man not go in yard? Play it again, Shaka.
The JUTC for the first time in many years has made a profit. Them no one we talk about.
And you tell me, say no, after you ask this man, what are you still doing here at your age? You should be home playing with your grandkids. You apologize to him. This man figure in yard.
No, but I'll tell you something, Colin. When they used to castigate, I'll tell you there's a double standard in media and in civil society in Jamaica. When they used to castigate Portia Simpson Miller and tell her that how much termites in her brain, me not going for it to say it, yeah? And how she old and she have dementia and she's supposed to go her yard. The same of them used same Desmond Mackenzie and his band of merry men used to say it. Yeah? I am saying to us in the parliament, and I can't, let me tell you something. I wish I had the opportunity to serve in that parliament because it would not be the same parliament. I would have said the crosstalk alone.
I still have hope. I still have hope of going into that parliament. But I guess if and when I reach there, people like Desmond won't be there. Because then you know, I give Julian 8.5 out of 10 for his presentation. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I feel like I want to beat the PNP them, you know. Because
Absolutely.
when me hear Andrew in a sort of what a comment I talk about outer many, and me no hear nobody say, what happened to your statutory filing when that I got certified? What is wrong with these PNP in the parliament? What afraid of? What afraid
But that's
of?
the same thing. No, but I'll tell you.
What are afraid of?
I have been pointing out for a long time that there's too much gentlemen and niceties in terms of the politics. Look at the outer many comment. The outer many comment should have been even slapped back by Julian because why? When outer many was purchased by the NHT, it was purchased for $100 and something million. You know how much outer many value today, sir?
About 600 odd million.
Yes, it's raging up close to 700 million. You know why?
Why?
Because of the developmental values between that Falmouth, Duncan to Falmouth area. Yeah?
Outer Many was an excellent idea. Let me say it this way. Outer Many has now grown to be an excellent decision. Head boy, I go for run.
Absolutely.
Other people want
You know it is, brother. You know it is. You know it.
Little bit. Me not like how the PNP them in the parliament I behave like they're afraid that the labor right them Rasta. Dr. Dawes, you shouldn't apologize, bro. You talk truth. Make your truth, truth, Rasta. Yes, Marshy, morning, welcome.
Morning.
Yeah.
No, I think Dr. Dawes should apologize, you know.
Why?
The man must apologize for apologizing for talking the truth.
You know, I saw a clip at Shaka D. Send me a clip. Hold on.
Hold on. I don't want people here when Mr. Good, you know. The man to apologize. The man should apologize for apologizing to talk the truth.
Yeah,
So this is the time now, and that's why you must
come back and
apologize.
apologize. Hold on. My brethren said me a clip here. And I really want to play that clip here. Because the clip say,
to stay silent so that stupid people don't get offended.
Yeah, what the lady say, we are living in a time now where intelligent people are expected to keep silent because they know of it. Me no want to say it myself, you know. I want to play it. I want to play it, me could hear it. Me send it across so me can play it for no hear it. Because this, Shaka, thank you for this clip here. Because this is so goddamn true. People who have sense must keep quiet because you don't want to offend idiots. Eh? No, hold on. Listen.
Isn't it crazy that we live in a time right now where intelligent people have to stay silent so that stupid people don't get offended?
You hear that? You hear it? I want to play it again.
Isn't it crazy that we live in a time right now where intelligent people have to stay silent so that stupid people don't get offended?
Talk to me, Marshy.
No, man. The people of Jamaica must ask Dr. Daz to apologize for apologizing to talk the truth.
I have been trying to get Dr. Daz on the program for a couple of weeks now.
Because when I apologize, listen to me. That's why I'm telling you now. If the GLP was a party for this country, and them have some honest people in it like the PNP, you know, some would have gone over to them because they have balls. All women have balls in there. You realize that Juliet Holness, listen, Juliet Holness have balls because Juliet Holness say anywhere you see garbage, come red live there. And nobody no ask her if you apologize, and she no apologize.
Dirty Warmington call me chink, fleas, and flies. And nobody ask him to apologize. And the man talk a truth. Dr. Daz spoke a truth. At your age, what are you still doing here? You should be home playing with your grandchildren. What lie that? The man is senile.
The man tell her. What a lie the man tell Pandre UTC. What the man tell like Pandre UTC for?
Listen, Desmond McKenzie. Listen.
Yeah, UTC. For the first time in many years has made a profit. Them no one we talk about.
Marshy,
and
let me tell you
the
something.
The PNP no ask him to apologize.
Me know why Dr. Daz apologize. Me know why. Me figure out why.
Well. You mean know something that I don't really know. But listen to me now.
I think you know too.
Andrew Wellness now. You see the condition of the road them. Why every road where Andrew Wellness fix mash up? Why we fix under his administration?
I'm going to tell you something.
And when the road them mash up, what Andrew Wellness tell us cost the mashing up of the road? Climate change. And people are low.
And not just climate change. Him never stop a climate change, Marsh. It's a PNP too.
And PNP too.
Yes.
Because him always blame somebody. And the garbage and the man just lie. And see him where they lie of one brother will walk with him all the while. We not call the brother the name. Because you not go to call him.
Who not call the brother name? Lie and thief walk together. Lie and thief walk together. And when them start to lie, it's a precursor to stealing. So you tell the lie them so you can get away with them so you feel comfortable. So you can lie. So you don't have a problem telling lies now. So when you get comfortable with the lies and you snatch something, you're comfortable telling the lies.
You just lie. And me waiting for hear something. Julian say it. But Mark better say it. Or if he not say it, he must come talk to me, you know.
Where you want him to say?
Because me hear Juliet, not Juliet, me hear the finance minister, Feelbad Williams. I talk said the oil price because of the war in the Middle East. We agree that the war in the Middle East causing price increase. But we did take out our insurance to guard against that. And the JLP abandoned it. They keep saying it over and over. They abandon it, one, but the wicked part, they're still collecting the $7 per liter or 7 something per liter, right? Me want to hear Mark talk about it because I want to hear the lie where Andrew go tell. Because when coming with some lie, you know, because Andrew when can't talk one truth, you know. And that's why I pray to God every day. I go to bed and I say, please, God, don't make Andrew when he said Jesus Christ is coming back. Because it would be a lie. No, the man lie and now this set of criminal them. Because them more tax and not pay it. Whether over nationwide. 1.5 billion and 1.4 billion.
Marshy, you have proof to
yeah?
answer the people in war?
Well, listen. Well, I can tell you something that I heard after here, right? Because you want me to tell you, one of the things, you remember when Nigel Clark did come up with something and say if your statutory or your tax and everything pay up to date, you can receive, how will you receive it? 20 or 20 million, 20,000, something to that effect. You can get back.
Yeah, man.
You remember that little...
Yeah, man. It's $11 billion them give away, you know. And one of the questions that needs to be asked, how much of it was really collected?
That is one, but ask if anybody for nationwide get none. Ask if anybody for nationwide get any. Them not get none. I can say that. Them not get none. George Davis, you know me. You have my picture. You put up my picture, George Davis. Say me tell you say you're worse than John Crow. And me stand by it. Me not stay like Dr. does. Me not apologize. You're worse than John Crow. And you, George Davis, and you, Mr. Cliff Hughes, you do not try to find Christopher Tufton to ask him if him did know about the deal with Jamaica and the Cuban them. But passport confiscated.
Marshy, Andrew Olney said that we are not exploiting the Cubans. So when you have Cliff Hughes come say we are exploit Cubans, is a lie from the pit of hell. Andrew Olney.
No, not just a lie. Fix up your statement, good sir. Not just a lie from the pit of hell, another lie.
Because here is what Andrew Olney said about the Cubans.
In terms of Cuban doctors in Jamaica, let us be clear. The Cuban doctors in Jamaica have been incredibly helpful to us. Jamaica has a deficit in health personnel, primarily because many of our health personnel have migrated to other countries. We are, however, very careful not to exploit the Cuban doctors who are here. We ensure.
So Cliff Hughes, you lie. Cliff Hughes said on the program that if we didn't know, so we are exploit Cuban doctors. Andrew Olney, the Prime Minister, said we were not exploiting them. Marshall, your final point.
Hold on. Well, the scheme where I live in Spanish Town, you see?
Yeah.
Some Cuban live there. About 25 to 30 of them.
Oh,
and me see the people them free and walk up and down.
Cliff Hughes said their movements have been restricted.
The man is a DFL man. So easy as that. The man is just a set of DFL, right?
Later.
The people them walk up and down. The people them go party and enjoy themselves and all kind of thing. Confuse us, lie,
later,
and more lie.
Later, all right. We're gone. We need to cut the callers them. I do the callers them too long. Nevio.
Hello, Mr. Bell.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, Nevio. Wagwan.
You know, Ed Boy.
Yes.
I respected Ed Boy, and I learned a lot listening to Ed Boy.
Yeah.
But
you said respected. You know, respect him again.
I respect him, and I learned a lot listening to him And it helped me listening to Ed Boy, learning from Ed Boy. It helped me to win more support for the Labour.
Nephew, me not talk to you this morning. You win support for your corrupt government. You're a corrupt man, nephew.
But just please,
No,
please
not tell me no,
allow
please.
me
You're a
to-
corrupt man.
That-
You are
y- that is
you are
your
looking
opi-
it's not an
that-
opinion. I can point to the corruption in the government. And therefore, the fact that you are
Anyway.
soliciting support for the government makes you corrupt. You are a corrupt man, nephew. You are
I am
supporting corruption.
entitled-
You are supporting
I
the
am-
stealing of the taxpayers' money of
I
Jamaica.
am-
You are supporting Ruel
all right.
Reid in stealing children's money. You are supporting Dr. Tufton in spending $20 billion on Cornwall Regional. You are supporting Darrell Vaz, where you use $1.4 billion by 110 whole bus. You are supporting Bobby Montague, who take with money and buy used car for police. And no, we not get the used car. You are supporting the party that spent $600 million in debushing. You are supporting corruption, nephew. You are a corrupt man.
And I could add to what you are saying and tell you of things that happening under the PNP to which you could say is corruption too.
You
But
can't
anyway,
tell me.
the point
Tell
that-
me. No hold back nothing.
the-
Tell me. Tell me the
the
corruption with the PNP do. Tell me.
Mr. Ben, with Ed Boy coming this morning, and you add to it by giving the impression without any evidence that what Ed Boy is saying is true. And you come across as if you supported the argument for your followers
Which
to
part
believe.
of the argument where Ed Boy say that you consider not
All
to
right.
be true? Remind us.
He's saying that when a tanker drive out of the compound of petrol jam loaded,
Yeah.
50 cents per liter had been subsidized. Give up.
As discount.
Give up.
But anyway, you go and buy things, you
Discount.
get discount, nephew. Once you buy in bulk, you get discount.
And because of that, Petrojam have lost over $4 billion in the last year.
Let me ask you a question. Did Petrojam lose $4 billion last year?
Well, I am not disputing that they have not made a profit.
No, man.
With the report.
No, and you see, that's the problem we may have with and that's why people like Marlon Morgan don't come back on my program. Because you have a lot of journalists where when you tell them lie, them just say, okay, and move on. Me no stay so. If you tell me something when me don't think I true, me I challenge it. Yeah? And that's why enough of them can't manage me. Zin? No. When me I said to you, did Petrojam lose $4 billion last year? Is it that them lose it or them not lose it, you know?
I am not going to dispute that they don't make a profit, but the point I want to make to answer your question, look here, we the taxpayers of this country pay an opposition, which is in the parliament. The opposition name a shadow cabinet for each ministry.
Yeah.
We have a shadow spokesman and which fall under energy so forth.
Yeah.
Which is Mr. Palwell.
Yeah. And what's your point?
The argument in which Ed Boy is telling you on your program this morning, in which you give it your support, you don't think Mr. Palwell as the opposition spokesman have a duty?
Hold on. Did you hear Ed Boy ask me to bring Philip on the program to discuss it? Did you hear him ask me to do that?
No, I'm not talking on your program. We should include you. Shouldn't have to be hearing this.
No, man, you have whole things where people have to bust it, brother. And then when we ask him, we will get his point of view on it. Yeah? So not no wrong with what Ed Boy say. Ed Boy come and him put him finding him say him do some research and he put his findings on the table. Before he went deep, he said to me that he's asking me to get Philip to come on the program to discuss it, which I will invite Comrade Paulwell to come and talk about it. So you don't want nobody bust out on a secret. You don't want to keep the country under vice grip. That's why I tell you, Sir Neville, you're a corrupt man supporting a corrupt government when you want nobody talk.
Mr. Bell.
Yes.
You said to me that me support
a corrupt government. Yes.
You were and I believe you is still a very close friend to the minister.
Listen,
you was one of them who ever you was one of them who ever say who become mayor to Port Antonio. If that's so, tell me no, make I withdraw.
I have never been in a position to decide who become mayor of Port Antonio.
No,
never.
No. Did you give an opinion who you think should be mayor?
Never.
Support. I don't want.
Never.
All right. I withdraw.
I have never been in a position to vote or suggest who become mayor of Port Antonio. Never.
I withdraw.
Thank you very much.
Could you have them get in touch with the minister? Bring to his attention. You don't have to tell him who you're here from. But it has been alleged that this is happening at Petrojam, and to get the minister himself comment on it.
I do have the minister's number. I have sent him a number of invite to this program. He has not responded. He has never responded to me.
No, you don't have to invite him on the program.
Upon the program, I want him. Upon the program, I want him. I want answers to questions. Lot of questions I have for the Minister of Transportation and Energy. You can tell him, call him now and tell him that we are on and we're talking about him and the number. You have the number, give him the number, tell him to call me. I don't want a private discussion.
This is a serious allegation by a boy.
So call the minister and tell him.
With that kind of discount, with the truck driving out, that extra can end up in anybody's pocket. You know that?
It can go all over the place. All right? It can go. And that's why we need to know these things. And that's why the ministers, but because the ministers have so much to hide, they can't come on program like this. They invite junior journalists, people who are still in a school that study journalism, and them they invite at the press briefing. When I asked Marlon Morgan for the connection for the press briefing, he asked me if I'm mad. The government have too much to hide. This is not a transparent government that is happening in Jamaica right now. Time come to stop the corruption. And never the next time you come by here and tell me about your solicit vote for Labour Party, may I cut you off because you're soliciting vote for a corrupt administration. Have a good morning, so thank you for your call. Me not entertaining. Blessed is the man that hold on, caller. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sit down in the seat of the scornful. It means blessed is the man when I wrap up with corruption. Blessed is the man when I wrap up with nastiness. So no Christian cannot be supporting this government and tell me about a Christian and tell me about a follower of Christ. When me say, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. Rubbish.
Colin,
don't stop my flow.
You realize, good morning to everyone in the chat.
Caller, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Because Nev, you come here from time to time about him soliciting vote for the Labour Party, and I'm not going to condone it no more. I'm not going to condone it no more. You're soliciting vote for Ruel Reid, who is before the court now for stealing children's money. You're soliciting support for Chris Tufton and him gang, who bought a drill for $35 million that could be purchased for $5 million. You're supporting a prime minister whose statutory filing cannot be certified over 5 years. And instead of calling on the prime minister to sort out his statutory filing, you are all ostracizing the Integrity Commission. You are ostracizing the Auditor General. when these people come out and bring the truth forward. Don't ramp with me. In the name of Jesus Christ. Don't ramp with me. Caller, sorry about that. Good morning.
No, you needed to do that. It is very, very imperative that you come out strong when nephew state what he stated a while ago. And you know why? Because it hits straight to the point. Ed Boy did state that before he went into his research, what he has found in his research, for you to have Mr. Philip Paulwell, to come to the front of the line to confirm or reject these allegations, and he laid them out line by line. You yourself put him back and said, listen, this is what I have reservations about. And he said, no, these are what I have researched and I have found out, and this is what I know for facts. And even used at one point alleged about certain point that he made. And so for nephew to come now, tell me and you and the rest of the audience, say, Ed Boy is on point, because he cut him deeply for you to finally tell him, rebuke him, for you to rebuke this corrupted man's speed. I mean, he's corrupted because out of the mouth of one's abundance of one's heart, the mouth speaks.
But Ed Boy, I'm going to make him win more souls for the Labour Party. People, somebody really come and tell me about them and look, vote for Labour Party at this time. Look what they have done to the country. No found no see it yet, you know. But there is none so blind more than he that refuses to see. So no stay there.
But oil fuel is a priority now with this war in the Middle East. No tank, that is what, 20 or 30% of the world supply is locked in through the Strait of Hormuz. So they can't come out. So what is going to happen? We have in Jamaica has messed up our relationship with Venezuela. Even though it's the Trump administration, however, his coonism is running the oil down there. But the Venezuelans still have a say in their oil. Come on now, Colin. For Head Boy to be attacked by nephew this morning about it. It's about time. Me glad you put him in a place, you know.
Carla, let me tell you something. I don't have no issue with him attacking Ed Boy's argument. You know what vexed me this morning? When him go say, based on what Ed Boy say, make him a win more souls for the GLP. Win souls which part? Over upon this platform? How? No, listen.
The devil is a liar.
Listen to me, nephew. If the Labour Party was doing well and Jamaica was thriving, I can't stop you. But when you are telling me that you want to win souls upon this platform that I have created for the people, you want to win souls for Ruel Reid, who is before the court for stealing from our children. Yeah? Steal our children's bread. A prime minister whose statutory filing cannot be certified, and I'm begging the party leader, you know, I'm begging the leader of opposition to put governance in his presentation on Tuesday. Because Andrew Holness' statutory filing must be front and center. Ralston Hyman taught us that in 2016, we had about $1 billion in foreign direct investment. And everybody tells you that that has been going down since the Labour Party has been in power. Is it the corruption in government that is causing foreigners to stay away from Jamaica? There are many questions to be asked when you have a leader whose statutory filing cannot be certified and everybody think that's cozy and nice. Come on, people.
I don't think
man.
everybody's
Come
thinking
on.
that, Colin. Colin, no, not everybody is not thinking that. Nephew can't speak for himself. Because the fact of the matter is, when even Mr. Robinson lick him on with what he did last in his speech on the finance as a shadow minister, he couldn't take it no more. Now he come out with all kind of stuff that lonesome ranger has to be.
The man come and talk about out of many and I don't hear one PNP in the parliament. So what happened to your statutory filing? Let's start with that first. Come on, PNP, man. You're not afraid of Andrew Wellness?
But him not afraid of nobody, so why should PNP, why should the MPs, the PNP MPs afraid of him? Why should the comrades afraid of him?
Let me tell
We're
you
not
something.
going to eat no more worm. We are stand firm.
Let me tell you
But we're not eat no more worm. And we are forward-thinking people. So you're right, Colin. We need to get that word out. Even Lonesome now is doing clips of and Carbash because he come out with these foolishness and lies again. Because you know what? Them follow their master, you know, the master of the lies. Have a good day, Colin. But you know what? Nev, you need to be clipped. You need to clip in Wingman.
All right.
In the show, just TNT. Good day.
This is Talk Jamaica. 876-804-7072. The phone lines are open. Call and say your piece. After this tax package. Sister Winnie, morning. How Darrell Vaz promised taximen. Hold on, the Sister Winnie. How Darrell Vaz promised taximen fear increase without we hearing that in the parliament are coming out of cabinet. Go ahead, Auntie Winnie.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
All I want Mr. Mark Golding to do when he goes in is to ask Andrew Onis, why aren't you in declare what you earn? Right? The trouble is I'm getting a little bit annoyed now. They're too soft. They got the media. They can have press conference. They can even put this on the worldwide TV. What Andrew Onis is doing to Jamaica. Why are they holding back? If the Jamaican press will not carry it, you got the international press to carry it. You got the Daily Mirror, the Express, the Sunday Times, you got the CNN, you got all the station in America and worldwide. Use it, Mr. Golding. Do not let Andrew go in there and telling lies. The man tells so much lies, it make me sick. And you do not, it's about time. It's about time when Bigfoot decided she's not letting you talk, to all stand up and don't move. I'm watching you now and I'm really it's hurting me to know that you've got the power and not using it. You got to use it, Mr.
I'm begging Mr. Golding to take up back that 2024 speech, dust it off, and bring it to the parliament Tuesday. That 2024 speech about governance needs to be read in the parliament. Because you know what happened Tuesday? Him can't walk out Tuesday, you know. Because if they walk out Tuesday, a quorum will still exist in the parliament. It's time to put Andrew Wellness on the wall. Time to put him there and deal with him.
Listen to me. Can't you speak? Can't you call Mr. Golding and talk to him? It's like, what's wrong with he? On the platform, he showed the progress. This is wrong. Andrew shouldn't, and his wife should not be allowed to behave like she owned Parliament, like she owned Jamaica. She owned the marketplace where she used to go and sell. Have a bit of respect. It's about time now, sir.
All
this
right,
is
Auntie
getting
Winnie.
it's hurting my heart to know.
Drink some water and calm down. Drink some water, Auntie Winnie.
I have family want to come back home, but they will not go back to Jamaica while Andrew Onis is there.
All right, Auntie Winnie. Bless you. Drink some water.
You, sir. Blessed Sunday to you and the family.
Drink some water. Morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Bell.
Morning, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. Before I get into what Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, but you're listening to something else in the background that you need to mute.
No, no, man. I my phone. What's on my phone?
Yeah,
Can you
man,
hear me now?
don't, hold on now. Take away off of the speaker or the headset. Just talk it at the phone directly. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me call about because I think I'm using my phone. Let me call about it. Sorry about that.
All right. The background was very noisy in his call. 876-804-7072. Program is Talk Jamaica. Yes, sir. Go ahead now.
You better now?
Yeah, man.
I think.
We were hearing you, it's just the noise in the background. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure what's going on my phone, mate.
No,
you know
man,
what
go ahead. We hear you clear.
I want to touch on every, but I think I have something more important to say,
Please and thanks.
Corruption. Corruption have a track record. We should do that, don't it?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I want to touch on Paula Lewin, which was the head of the what's it called again? Head of the DVP.
Yeah.
She said out of her own mouth that she used tilted jurors to try cases.
On a program try, I have to call you back. Go ahead, caller. Listen to you. Yeah, man, go ahead.
I said Paula Lewin said out of her own mouth that she used tilted jurors to try cases.
That's what Paula said? She used tainted jurors?
Yes, mate. Yes, it was a record, man. That she used tilted jurors in cases.
I don't know if I saw she say, I don't think she said
yes,
it.
Man. She said that. Yes, man. She said sorry?
I don't think that's what she said, my brother.
All right, listen to me. I'm telling you what I heard. She said she have tried cases with tilted jurors.
She tried cases with tainted jurors. That's what Paula Llewellyn said. You have to direct me to that clip.
Mate.
You have to direct me to that clip because I don't think she said that.
All right. If you go back and Vatican program, you can maybe pick up a Vatican program.
Paula, let me tell you something. I am not saying Paula didn't say something about jurors, but I don't think she used the word tainted jurors. I don't think that's what she said. Because in the Vibes Cartel case, she continued with a jury that was compromised.
Tilted, man. We call it tilted.
But you are saying, but hold on. We have to be careful. She tried a case with tainted jury. I know you never, hold on. You never say you are interpreting what she said to that, You say she said she tried case with tainted jury.
Yes, man.
Somebody saying Colin tainted. She said, "Wow, I have to go find that clip." And the fireman is saying she did. Somebody else, Patrick is saying yes, she did so. So what the people are saying you're right. So continue.
All right. One more thing again. That's it.
Yeah.
She used the we don't find out. She used the statute of limitation to delay cases.
To do what?
She used the statute of limitation to delay cases.
To delay it?
You know what I mean? To delay, yes. To delay. No, she used that card. She used that card to delay cases to let our friends.
Hold on. What you say can't go so either, What you're saying cannot go that way. She can use the statute of limitation to throw out a case. And she can delay a case that the statute of limitation kick in. But she can't
definitely.
use
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But that's not what you said. You have to know what you say. So she delay a case that the statute of limitation come upon it and that the case have to be thrown out. Yeah, that's different from what you're saying.
She used that card, you know what I mean? And we tell her.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying this, because somebody called yesterday about her, you know what I mean? And I'm here to point out that she's corrupt from her top of her to soul of feet.
And
she have left. Listen, because they can finish talking. She has put her DPP into the recovery room, dying from the cancer of corruption, and also need and lack of integrity. She's corrupt, mate.
I am not going to agree. I am not going to agree with anybody who say the former director of public prosecution is corrupt. I am not going to agree with it. It is your opinion, and everybody entitled to them opinion. But I will say clearly that I and nobody yet has convinced me to a case, show me a case that says the DPP is corrupt. Nobody has convinced me yet.
Okay, Colin. All right. I am not giving you my opinion. Saying you don't have to accept it.
And I respect your opinion. Okay. I'm just saying, for me, I don't believe that she's corrupt. I have faith in our justice system. I believe our justice system is standing up to the test of time.
No, I'm saying that she in her tenure, she has put the DPP and recovery because of our behavior of corruption in the DPP. That's what she did. She leave it on recovery right now. You know what I mean? And I hope this new DPP can leave it out of the country that she left it in.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, for me, I question her competence in some cases. However, I believe she did an excellent job, and I applaud her.
Well, Colin, all right. I'm not going to eat you anymore, but I know she's corrupt from the top of her head to sort of feet.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Anyway, let me move on. See?
Yes.
Let me move on. As I said, corruption as a track record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I want the JLP as a nursery of producing corrupt people in Parliament. And I can point back to the 19th century thief. The 19th century thief of farm workers' money.
We're talking about Jack Smith?
Yes, man. Jack Smith is a 19th century thief of farm workers' money. Okay?
All right.
And he was, listen to me, under his ministry, he was the only member of parliament who was milking the farm workers. You know the reason why? Because he was getting green milk from the milk. Green milk, he was getting the green milk. You know what I'm saying?
All right, brother.
And so I must point out to you that even Bruce Golden support him.
Bruce Golden did what?
Support Jack Smith.
Oh, Bruce did? I never know that.
Of course. Let me prove it to you. Go to Google and Google what he said at Jack Smith's funeral.
Okay.
When you read it, you think he was burying Mother Teresa. You know what I mean? He said Jack Smith was a good man, a good leader, and I tell you,
but you never hear them say enough to speak ill of the dead. When a man dead, you look for the good things to say about him and make him go on.
Listen me. He was the thief of the 19th century. You don't speak good, you speak the truth. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
you know what I mean?
So, all right.
Anyway, I believe about, but Google Bruce Golden's speech.
All right, give thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. This is Talk Jamaica, your Sunday morning show where we open the phone lines to the callers. Yeah, man. Morning, welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Sir Colin.
Yes.
I would like you to call Mr. Golden and tell him if he tell Jamaica about FinSAC in our presentation. Yeah. Because what I realize is that the labor right, them put out back a FinSAC video, you know.
Me see it.
I try if it,
but I want to tell them something about FinSAC this morning. FinSAC,
yes, sir.
The bank meltdown, because people needs to understand that FinSAC was a solution to the first major scam of the Jamaican people. The Jamaican Labour Party and their crew scammed the Jamaican people late 80s, early 90s when they set up these new banks. Yeah?
Yes.
And all these banks were scamming. Not all of them not just break down. It was about scam. You have a bank and Eddie Siaga borrowed 30 million US. And it's your bank.
As a member.
Well, on the man forget Eddie now. It's your bank. You lend a man 30 million US and you sit down for years and not try collect it till the man say him forgot. Can you borrow $1 from the bank and miss a payment and the bank don't write you or call you?
Oh gosh, man, then don't know his skin, man.
It was the beginning of scamming. The GLP scammed the Jamaican people, scammed the Jamaican investors and depositors out of their money. FinSac had to pay back depositors their money so that Jamaica's reputation stays intact. So when you talk about FinSac, you must tell me about Edward Siaga. You need to tell me what role Audley Shaw played. And the government of Jamaica that spent $150 million to do a FinSac inquiry must release that.
Hello?
You're not hearing me, caller? Caller? Look like him stop hear me.
Hello?
Yeah, man. I'm saying the FinSac story, as you said, needs to be told.
Yes, it needs to be told because what they might do, because through Julian showed them up with the whole flip-flop business with the Prime Minister and things. So them have to put out something to try to make we look bad. And them, I you know, them have got kind it away. You understand? So I feel like Mr. Golin to talk about it in presentation.
Yeah, man.
So when him talk it and set the president and the Prime Minister, I have to know what him come with.
Yeah, man.
Because
and he must also mention that while Siaga never remembered the $30 million, who was one of the person working with Siaga at the time?
Yes.
Who?
And why they never publish, them spend billions of dollars to do an inquiry upon it and then put it in archives. Why?
Between 130 and $150 million. The GLP spent of taxpayers' money to do a FinSac report and then them hide it when the report show that they were a major part of the problem. Yeah, man.
Yes, Andrew Wallace. I think them say Andrew Wallace benefit from it too.
Well, him buy a house.
Yeah, so that's one of the things him need to talk about in presentation. And there's a lot of financial analysts really yesterday I listened to your program and they really biased about the whole presentation that them not speak the truth. I don't know what caused the problem. I don't know if them feel threatened. As I said, them have business around, so them don't want the business affected by them.
No, but these people don't have Jamaica as their priority.
And poor people are going to feel the brunt of the tax package. Just so Jamaica know that we are feeling the most.
The tax package not finished there, so you know. All right, caller, thanks. I'm going to tell you something more about the tax package. Edgerton Newman told Ralston on Friday morning that Darrell Vaz promised them 16% increase within the next 4 weeks. So Edgerton Newman tell Ralston Iman.
What is this now? Crude oil prices are climbing. Gasoline prices are climbing. So if the minister does not give you the 16%, the public will have to pay more, right?
Well, Son and Doc, I made an announcement last week and some persons take me to task that within a few days, it must be that the commuters must brace for a fare increase. You know, I'm going to have the last laugh because, matter of fact, I'm not going to laugh because it's a serious thing that every minute of the day, if you listen to the international news, the price of oil is maybe it's gonna move towards over $100 by the end of the day.
No, $100 yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, $100 yesterday. Now the fact is that the JGRA has come out, spoke about the whole thing,
And we know that by next week, if things don't change in a downward trajectory, then the minister would have to advise the country that there's going to be an increase at the pumps.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, not at the pumps, sorry, an increase in terms of fares.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see anything beyond that. In addition to that, we have been holding strain for a 16% balance.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said before, that we're supposed to ask for an increase from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a triple whopper on us, bigger than burger, that we have to get something by next week. And I don't want to say this and people start to get jitty, but it's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening in the Middle East is going to affect us tremendously.
So what is the minister saying about that? What is the minister saying about that?
I tell you, the minister on Wednesday, when I put it to him, when a member put it to him, he said that we will get the 16% within the next 4 weeks.
Next 4 weeks.
My view is
hear
that we might have to get it before.
Hear that?
I'll get something before, but we take it for the next 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The minister on Wednesday, when I put it to him, when a member put it to him, he said that we will get the 16% within the next 4 weeks.
Next 4 weeks.
My view.
Junior, morning.
Morning.
Come down, sell it.
We are the height of March.
Eh?
We are the height of March.
We are the heights of March?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Never did Shakespeare.
Oh.
Julius Caesar.
Yes.
We are the height of March.
It means Shakespeare sonnets.
Morning,
sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
You remember rural electrification program?
Yes. Started by the
I wonder
PNP.
if our people realize the importance of that organization. When Michael Mandy power in 1972, there was only light in the major towns of Jamaica. Now.
Yes.
And Michael decided that him coming to Montego Bay, he must say light across Jamaica.
Yes.
So they did was to create the rural electrification program to bring light into the rural areas of Jamaica. So not only housing trust was created to put small man in house.
Mm-hmm.
What they did was to improve lighting in Jamaica.
Yes.
Energy, current, that is PNP legacy.
Yes.
So a lot of people in Jamaica who say light can only say thanks to PNP.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes I hear people talk about how them have phone and them don't remember where that come from. I drive in motor vehicle now, the 40 and everybody both have all them have Boxy and Mark X and all them this and that. But nobody don't remember where we're coming from.
Talk to me.
You remember how we used to buy cars in Jamaica?
Well,
the new car dealers were the owners of rental cars in Jamaica.
Yes.
So when the rental car drive out the car and them
done.
Those are the cars we would buy.
Yes.
So we had to buy those cars. And then now, when the PNP came to fall in the 90s, what they did was to break the backs of the new car dealers and allow people to go to Japan to buy cars and carry them in.
Yeah.
So we had now in Jamaica the portees. That's what we used to call them, the portee. We call the car the portee because there were so many cars in Jamaica. How people don't remember those things.
Listen, I used to live in a community called Fruitful Vale. And Uncle Clovis and Sam Bell did have vehicle in the community, 2 vehicles in the community. And then Kong bus, Gabby bus, Mail bus, and Sir Winston. And then the mail van used to come. We could have played cricket in the road all day because we know the time when the bus are come. Nothing else now come. If you're sick, You have to run go call Clovis or Sambel figure hospital. Yeah? PJ Patterson change that.
You know, I was talking to somebody earlier about the same thing where I live now. We could play cricket in the road all day.
Yeah,
football all day.
Ride skate.
And we know when morning start going come.
Yes.
And we can hear the few little cars in the area because there are about 3 cars in the area.
Yes. Not now come. We're ramping our road all day. At night time we used to lie down in the hold on. At night time we used to lie down in the road and make moonshine, baby, and get up a morning and see it the same way.
We used to laugh when everybody used to have a join the line from top of the road to the bottom of the road to make one phone call.
I hope baby, we used to have to go 6 miles to get the first phone box, brother. 6 miles before you reach the first phone box.
So, you know, sometimes people might think it's not really important to remember, but we must know where we're coming from.
Yes, I.
Michael said that he remember when the house was made out of mud, Westland Dab.
Yes.
And if you had a board house in the community, you was a king.
Yes. Yes.
Because it was mud and Westland Dab. And Michael changed that. And that's why he created the housing trust to build housing people. And that's why we need to look at again before we run away.
Junior reconnecting. But sometimes we have to revisit our past.
Mothers in the community.
You drop out, Junior, you drop out a while ago, you know, so repeat.
Oh, drop out. Yeah. We need to remember about the community health aid, Michael put the community health aid. And they were putting with medicine.
Junior, your thing gone away. Your thing gone away.
Again. All right.
Bless up, Junior.
The service not here, but you have a call back.
Yeah, man, we talk. One love. 876-804-7072. What go on, auntie?
Yeah, man, morning. Big up. Big up to everybody. Miss Fitz, big up yourself. Listen me now. All right, listen me now. You shall talk anything. If we Jamaican people ever sit back and look at this JLP party and look how the people who them surround themselves with, not saying human and a human. I remember in the last election coming up, Mrs. Holiness, I give out gas. When me look at Miss Holiness, it was the man we just talked to, Newman.
Yeah.
And one other one here, Rydell Row. Now, when you look on those, there's 2 gentlemen antecedent. Why you be a politician and have them around? The country can better. Those 2 gentlemen should do a GP of a girl's town.
For what? I don't know.
And no, Mrs.
For what?
And no, Mrs. It's in the Gleaner. It's in everything.
So what?
Well, Newman charged for molesting Pitney. 12-year-old.
Hey, hold on. You sure about that? Send me the Gleaner article, please.
In a Gleaner.
You have to send me that.
In a Gleaner.
You have to send me that.
Newman.
You have to send me that
yes,
article.
Yes, in a Gleaner.
All right, so you have to just send me the article. Me would love to see that.
All right. In a Gleaner. And those gentlemen out there, that's for sure.
Me call him Selitan Newman, you know. Because I think him sell out the taxi man them. When him go meeting with the minister and defer the man them 16% without any consultation with the taxi operators. He sold them out. And now him out there a ball for the 16%.
All right. Rydell Row now. We say him a profit down in Manchester. He was charged with gun, illegal gun, and he should be in prison. And he's still out here.
But he was charged. Was he found guilty?
He found guilty.
So how
and
he
if you not believe me, check.
So if he found guilty, how
we
he not
alone some.
So if he found hold on. If he was found guilty, what was the charge?
I think of robbery.
No, man.
With gun.
No. Hold on. No. Listen what you're saying now. You said he was found guilty. So if he was found guilty, what was the sentence? Sorry, the sentence.
He was to return to court for his sentencing. It in a Google.
Hold on, man. Hold on. He was found guilty and should return for sentencing. So when him returned for the sentencing, what happened?
Him not return all now.
Him abscond.
And if you not believe me,
hold on. We're not talking about. May I ask simple questions? So he was found guilty, was supposed to return for sentencing. He did not return. In which country this happened? Which part this happened?
In Jamaica.
But what name Rondell Rowe?
Roydell Rowe.
Right, but this man is not hiding. This man is in the public. So no, so how could he? No, man. How could a man? Because Jamaica court send one people to come back for sentencing for gun charge. We don't know.
All right, if you don't, hold on, Colin. Call Lonesome and making gear it and look at Google, type up in name in Google and see if you don't see come up. Type in Google. Gunman pastor.
So hold on. So
type in Google. Go to Google.
Hold on. So you are saying Nats, you can look for that for me, please. You are saying that this man was charged for robbery and firearm, you say?
Yes.
And he was found guilty in the court?
Yes.
He was supposed to go back to court for sentencing?
Yes.
And him not go back to court for the sentencing?
Nobody know them not go see him by the High Court.
So why is it then that the police don't pick up this man? Because this man is not hiding. Every time I look on social media, I see him. Don't he have a church?
Yes.
So something about no story. Something about no story can't hide.
So go looking at Google. Right now, me I see so.
No,
that to show you the level of corruption in this country.
When did that take place?
I remember the year, but it did it. Go look now Google me, I tell you, Colin, me won't come by your show, can't tell you not foolishness. It did it. I know me see so.
Hold on, me not saying it's not there, me just peruse the information where you give me. Because we not just take information and run with it. You remember the other day you call and say what is happening in Haiti? Me no hear nothing more about it. Me never hear nothing more about it. That you told me the other day, say US must see a bomb Haiti or something like that.
Right.
You see me tell us, me not take the argument because me not take certain argument, you know. If you hear me carry a news clip, it is from RGR 94 FM, Power, CVM, TVJ, and I will carry news from Nationwide too, because Nationwide, them have some level of credibility. It's not all lies down there. But me not just take up social media news and run with it on my channel, because we ensure that whatever we talk about on this channel can stand up to scrutiny. It's over 30 years. Me in this media business here. Me in this media business here before Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Me in this business here before all of them there. So we not just take anything and run with it. But it is rather strange though that this man is out there that you are saying was found guilty. And me no know of Jamaican court send home people upon gun charge after you find them guilty. What I know the court normally do, you find them guilty, I'll take them in a custody and then come back for sentencing from jail, not from the house. But it's something that I am going to look into it for find this argument, because sometimes...
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and so that is the reason why I'm saying these people surround themselves with some questionable character. but public. Even up at St. Mary, they have a farmer mayor some up there. He was charged.
But he was found not guilty.
Right?
He was found not guilty.
Them now go back to court and that type of something. Pure hypocritical. Look on Patrick Bailey.
The corruption high. The corruption level in Jamaica is very high. But the people of Jamaica, the labor rights, and those who don't vote are endorsing corruption.
Look at Patrick Bailey. When there, he said back Brad.
Well, you see, that is one now where we all know about. Not even down a station, Patrick Bailey no go.
And a human be dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Not even down a station, the man no go.
Sometimes it baffled me. It baffled me to see these people and people still going out there voting for them. When it comes
and that's why I have to lace up Nevia this morning. Because
me didn't get cricket near get you because my sinus give me some problem. Me take some pills when me oversleep.
What you take for your sinus?
Right? Me take Advil gel. I make me oversleep.
Advil gel. You can use garlic.
Yeah, man, me use the garlic, but I tell you, me I fix the house taps so on dust. They just pack up on me. When you come back to Mr. Stokes now,
yes.
Look on them. When me look and see those persons who go to university, we never get the opportunity to go. And you study, you work hard, and you make a little connection, make you show away your character.
And not just the connection, baby, money. The Bible says money answereth all things. The love of money is the root of all evil.
When we look again and see the PAAC, a question the permanent secretary and the next lady, they remember fair post. And then directly, I had to think where them don't want to tell lie. Look at, and I want to tell those two ladies if they are listening or somebody listening for them. Miss, the SSL saga is only one female they are jail, and it's Jean and Pantan. Uno fi consider say, uno have children, and history now go treat uno good. I rather eat a pound of chicken back or dumpling and butter and have me integrity.
You can't say that.
Nobody now make me tell a lie and deceive a nation and a whole generation of people. It doesn't look good. History won't treat you that way.
Fine.
Look at Mr. Siaga. It's only a few people who ain't can say good about him. The majority of Jamaica know he ain't good.
Somebody send it to
it's
me.
Only a few. Look at Michael Manley. Everybody have good to say about him. 99% of people who say good about him. The 1% when I say good because they are corrupt and attached.
Yeah.
But history shows that Michael was doing a good job. Right?
Yes.
And they say that poor. He ain't dead rich. In dead poor, but in dead with the integrity. Come on, people. Look at Favor Williams. You come from a humble bringing up. And your mother said sitting on that tree, she said, go to school. God help you, you go to foreign and you go to one of the biggest university. You come back. You have your two nice, lovely daughters, them. When you expect to get grandchildren from. And you have yourself in the parliament, like a big stooge. Make people who don't say you or use you. Those things are right. It doesn't affect your grandpity them. Because you go down in our history as the first female finance minister and the worst one Jamaica has ever seen.
Thank
Do
you.
the maths.
Thank you.
And I read that.
All
yeah.
right. What a morning.
This question was, how many buses would you need to fill the gaps?
The gap.
In the areas that are currently being served?
In the areas that are currently being served.
500.
500. Okay. But all right. So in the additional purchase, you are putting some of these buses to existing routes
Right.
as part of filling the gap, and then you're opening.
And we're adding new
You're
routes.
adding into new
But some of those routes, we have to add smaller buses based on the terrain and the size.
Smaller buses based on the terrain and the size. Smaller buses. When we say, man, them should have buy coaster buses. When me say, the man, them should have buy coaster, some people go on like we are idiot. Them go on like say, we are idiot. What them say?
His question was, how many buses would you need to fill the gaps
The gap.
in the areas that are currently being
In the
served?
areas that are currently being served.
500.
500. Okay. But all right, so in the additional purchase, you are putting some of these buses to existing routes.
Right.
As part of filling the gap, and then you're opening.
And we're adding new
You're
routes.
adding into new
But some of those routes, we have to add smaller buses based on the terrain and the size.
PortlandspiceTV. Tell them to try pre-wee. Big up PortlandspiceTV. Tell them to try pre-wee. Big up PortlandspiceTV. Remember to subscribe. See, PortlandspiceTV. Louis Culture say it once and we say it again. PortlandspiceTV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus badge where we rip off. Subscribe, share. PortlandspiceTV is here. Woo!
Yes, my people. What a morning. 876-804-7072. Morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Good morning, Colin and listeners in the Spice Land.
Morning.
Yes, Mr. Colin, I have a few things to say.
Yeah.
With the bus first, let me start because you're right here.
Yeah.
They didn't do any studies prior to getting those buses. The only study they studied was how to share up and thief the money. All right? Yeah. Okay, another thing. I heard Miss Marlon Morgan was on with Mr. O'Connor. And I heard him talk about the enjoying things like that Cuba don't enjoy, specifically about communism. Or I would like to ask him, how far are we away from still enjoying freedom? How far are we away from still not enjoying freedom? Because I see where the Prime Minister of the day went under people's bed just for saying things.
Yeah, find them. And that's why I'm calling on the Prime Minister to find the man with them charged for the murder of Dr. Linville Bloomfield. Or the only way that can be left as is if that Dr. Bloomfield was assassinated.
Right. And all those things too. You know, I see where he held bent of trying to get rid of the integrity commissioner.
Yes.
And a long list of things that he's trying to stop. So that would make us not able to enjoy freedom as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like him to talk on that when he says Cuba are not that much privileged to enjoy freedom. how far are we not away from having the same faith? So I would like him to speak up on that.
Who you
All
want
right.
to speak on
Now,
it?
sure. Yeah.
Who you want to speak on that?
Now, so Marlon Morgan is the one who was there. So he need to tell us about the Prime Minister on that. Now, and the sugar thing. Don't, if you're gonna tax, if you really think it's about health with the sugary tax that you wanna put on people. I have no problem with sugar and our people, taking sugar. It is bad for you. I don't think say it's not bad for you because I don't fool around sugar myself. But I think if it was about health, why they didn't do a awareness campaign?
No, but you hear Dr. Chris Stokes, at least him talk one truth. Him said the tax was not about no health. It is about collecting money. It's not about health. It's about collecting money. So all who going around and talk about sugary drinks and what it do to your health and people stop drinking, they are a bunch of hypocrites. Pure hypocrites.
Yeah, because I know for sure if it was about health, they would have run an awareness campaign a period of time. There was nothing said. You just go to your bed and get up one morning and say, we're going to tax sugar. That's the whole idea. So it definitely wasn't about health. It was about creating revenue. And
just about creative revenue. That's what it's about. Nothing else, my brother. The revenue.
Yep. Yes, my brother. So that's my talk.
Give thanks. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man.
876-804-7072. The program is Talk Jamaica. This morning we invite all callers to call in and talk about the situation in Jamaica. What is happening? How Jamaica going to come out of this predicament? Because the government has squandered all the gains that were made between 2012 and 2016. The government came in, saw a solid platform on which to move the country forward. In fact, when they saw the platform, they said that they were going to grow the economy by 5% in 4 years. 2016 to 2020, April, is 4 years. 4 years that. COVID started in about April, March 2020. So, what was the growth that they achieved? They failed to grow the economy. I call on any GLP blogger, vlogger, minister, anyone to come and point to us the innovative measures that they had put in since they came in power in 2016 to advance what they came and saw. Nothing they put in. Morning, welcome to Talk Jamaica.
Yeah, Colin, morning.
Yes, sir.
I have 3 little pointers here. Morning to your listeners as well.
Yes.
First and foremost, nephew, me like how you put him in place this once and for all. You know what, spewing out none of the garbage runner, so.
Yeah, man.
Enough is enough. Yeah.
Whole heap of garbage up on the road at Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And this is not the place sweet.
Not at
you
all.
have intelligent people as well. Make him keep it to himself. Secondly, by way of information, the DPP,
yeah,
she's guided or empowered under, I think, remember, it could be, I think 94 of the Constitution, Section 94. Yeah, 94. Yeah, that's correct. So her powers give her wide leverage. You see, like Dr. Bloomfield, you just mentioned, it is something where unresolved. She can authorize, if she was there still, she could have authorized the opening of an investigation. She could have instructed the police to bring up the case.
But
she
the
no
case,
answer to.
But the case not dead.
Right, but she could have instruct them to speed it up, put more emphasis on it.
You're the problem.
All of that.
You're the problem with the Bloomfield thing.
Right.
A man was charged, and the man turned up at the courthouse, gate them claim. That's what we were told, and then disappeared. Right.
Right.
No, when that happened,
now we are that.
When that happened, you'd have at least expect the man to be declared wanted.
Right.
Yeah, in picture all over the place and all of that kind of stuff. And you'd hear say, there's a man out for him. Nothing.
Yes, she in her capacity, she could have and should have stepped in and said, look, we need to get this on the front burner. We need to put more manpower on it.
Hold on. But she wouldn't come public with that. So we don't know if she said that to the police. I am putting the thing. I am putting the thing at the police because the police now should announce this man on their wanted list. We have never seen this man on wanted Tuesday, or we have never seen his picture at any of the ports of exit. Yeah, you understand what I say? So therefore,
but Colin, if she had done that, she could and would have keep a press release. Say, look, as DPP, I have stepped in and this is my decree. I've instructed the police.
I think the only way she would have given a press release if some journalist had asked her about it. I don't remember of hearing anybody ask her about it. Because remember, before Paula Llewellyn, before Paula Llewellyn, no DPP was so accessible to the media. You understand? And since she gone, I don't remember if we hear this one here 2 or 3 times.
Right.
So DPP them not normally talk.
True that still.
You understand? So that's why I said to people. That's why I said to people, say, some of the things we want to blame Paula Llewellyn for is the police. We have to deal with it. Because even the Patrick Bailey issue, that no go court, not even no jail, not even no station, the man no go yet. You understand?
Right. But yeah, our office as it is have real wild power. She can instruct them. Initiate.
No, I don't think she can instruct the police before a case go to
Yeah, man. No. I ask you that, Colin. I tell him, bet you anything me won in life right now.
No, so you're saying
go check it out. I ask the producer. She can watch me. Listen me. Hear me out for a minute.
Yeah.
She is independent of any police, any government body, any private entity. She's a standalone agency.
I know that.
She's a supreme authority for anything when they deal with the courts.
Deal with the courts.
She's what I
hold on.
The judicial system. Judicial system.
We deal with the
judicial
courts.
System.
Can she arrest you?
Right. The judicial system.
Can she arrest you?
She can't instruct police to arrest you. Providing there's reason.
You're the question. Hold on, man. You're the question.
I remember me hear your question.
Can she?
Go ahead.
Can her office arrest you?
If you're guilty of a crime.
No, man. You
if them investigate.
Hold on. No. Stop. You can only be guilty of a crime when the court find you guilty. That's only.
No,
that's
you
the
can
only...
be charged. All right. If you are charged with a crime, then put it away then.
If you are charged and it's the police that charge you, not the DPP.
Right. So she would not. Idly just say arrest him. No. She have to
exactly, and that's what I'm trying to hold on.
Enough. Right. She have to have enough.
Hold on. Hear me, I said to you. The police have the powers of arrest. When the police, if for instance there's a case and the police not sure if them can charge, the police will submit the case to the DPP. The DPP will look at the investigation and say yes, charge this man or don't charge him. You understand? When the DPP have full control is when the thing is before the court. You see, once it go before the court, the DPP can discontinue a case.
Right.
You understand?
Or if they want to discontinue it, or conversely, if they want to discontinue it, she say no. Continue based on this and that. You understand?
DPP can So the DPP no really do investigation before a case come to the court. Or before the police submit it to her. It's the first. Hold on, man. Hold on. Listen. The first contact is the police, brother. The police have to do them work before the DPP get involved. So look at the Patrick Bailey case. The DPP have no say in the Patrick Bailey case right now because the police no recommend nothing to the DPP yet. Or maybe we don't know. But the police have to recommend that case to the DPP before the DPP touch it, brother.
Me think you should check out that aspect of it. That little part of it. Ask Bert Simons or one of them, man.
But,
if you have something in the public domain, right? And then all of a sudden you say, boy, no, we not see no reason why to charge. And she, because them have department we can do investigation.
Yeah, man, but that's what I said to you. The police have to recommend it to the DPP. The DPP not just go. All right, like let's say Ed boy come and say, that man yeah, me feel say I do X or Y.
Right.
The DPP can't just go arrest him or call the police and say arrest him. It's the police have to do some work and put it to the DPP first.
Right. Well, me read a little section and it say, boy, if them see reason where a case is to be brought forward, them can override the police. They can. Check it out for me. I might be wrong, but check it out.
Hold on. They can override the police. If the police have a case in them and the police decides to them not charge, the DPP can say, yes, charge.
Charge.
But as I said to you, the police have to touch it first.
Oh, okay.
So the police have to have something and put it to the DPP, and the DPP can say charge or not to charge. You remember when the police then go arrest Royal Reed? The DPP was saying, that she never tell them to go arrest. She never get back to them yet. But the police now have to wait for the DPP. The police can arrest without the DPP saying arrest.
Without any instructions from anybody. Yeah. One last thing. Remember those street up. Remember those. One last thing. The rider road thing.
Yeah.
Something goes so.
A couple of people have sent some things to me. So
yeah, man. The article coming out of Jamaica. RJR group.
Yeah, man. A couple of people sent it to me. The producer find it as well.
Yeah.
But what I am saying. There must be more to this, so me I go dig in it and find out what the
more. Yeah, man, dig in it.
How can a man be found guilty for gun?
Yeah, and more there. And if you go back for serve sentences and him just doing one thing and nobody
don't want him, so because I don't like the man hide. The man not hide. So there must be something. All right, brother. Respect.
Some more to it, yes, sir. Bless.
Mystic.
Well, Brother Bell.
Me there up on a Sunday morning. I give Jamaicans a chance to speak their mind. Hold on, caller. Yeah, Mystic, talk to me. Where you say?
Yeah, man. First, I want to say, well, wonderful show as always. Let me say that, as always. Right? I always tune into a Colin Bell, Ralston Hyman.
Respect. Yes.
All right. But let me just provide some clarity as it relates to the previous caller.
Yes.
The prosecutor indeed and the police, they work in tandem.
Yes.
Right. The based on the Constitution, the DPP can initiate a case and the DPP can close a case.
Yeah.
So this is how it works. When it comes to high profile case, Colin, right? The police will normally initiate and they work in tandem with the prosecution. So it works.
So the police do some investigation.
When I
submit a file to the DPP.
Submit a file to the DPP.
And the DPP said charge or don't charge.
Yeah, because what happened now, based on the case, based on the gathering of evidence.
Yes.
Right? And let me just remind you one case that was very significant where the DPP supposed to work jointly with the police. If you remember the case with James Robertson, the accusation and the threat against an individual, yes. So the DPP and the police work with that case, and that is why Les Green was blaming the DPP that the DPP did not support him.
Right, but the police did submit a file to the DPP.
Yes, the police did submit a file to the DPP, but here this Khaled. For example, a popular case like Patrick Bailey.
Yeah.
What gone into Parliament, and you understand the DPP would have heard it, right? It's a case that come over the mainstream media. So the DPP would have been in earshot. Now, a case like that, the DPP can call, right, the superintendent in charge of the parish and said, okay, we hear about this case. What about this case? Can you put some investigation in this case so the DPP can initiate the case?
But until the police present them with something, because the DPP don't have that power of investigation at that level. So until the police submit something to the DPP can neither charge nor say no, don't charge.
Yes, but what I'm saying to you, Colin, that when it comes to high-profile cases were involved with politicians and so forth, normally, and you're right in terms of the process, in terms of the police doing the investigation, because the police they are the investigators.
Because
right?
if the police presents nothing, the DPP can do nothing.
Basically, yeah, technically you're correct. But again, you understand the DPP can instruct the police to start an investigation.
Even you or I can write to the police and suggest that here are some information, do some work. But if the police don't do the work, nothing cannot be done. And that's why I'm saying, as it relates to the Patrick Bailey case, it is the police that we have to call to the front of the line. As it relates to the Bloomfield case, it is the police that we have to call to the front of the line.
Yeah, but for me, Colin, I would be definitely put the onus also on the DPP. And the reason for that, these are prominent cases. These are well-known cases in the mainstream media, right? And of course, the DPP, well, I would presume that the DPP would have been in earshot somehow. Yes.
Can the DPP charge you?
No, Colin, the DPP can't charge them.
So it's the police have to start the thing, Byron. That's why I try to explain to people. Don't get it twisted. Don't leave out the police first. Because even when...
No, I am not leaving. Colin,
even when the DPP said to the police, do the charge, the police can be reluctant and lay the thing on a charge, you know.
Okay, all right. I could break it down for them, Colin. I could just break it down for them, Colin. And I understand what you are saying. The criminal justice system divided in 3 parts, 3 categories. Number 1, the investigation. Number 2, the prosecution. And number 3, the judiciary. Okay. Based on how it sets, both the prosecution, and that's why Paula Llewellyn, if you go back to the conference that Paula Llewellyn did, when Paula Llewellyn was telling, was giving her information, saying that the police and the prosecutor work together.
Yes.
Remember what she also said? She also said that it is a prudent prosecutor that work in tandem with the police. So I understand what you're saying in terms of, yes, the police is going to start the investigation and all of that, you understand, and bring the file to the DPP. Yes, that is true. But the fact of the matter, the overarching thing is that they work together.
Yeah,
so then, for some cases, watch this now. Look at this. Look at this, Colin. Let me give you a perfect example. When it comes to the firearm case, why the DPP show interest in Peter Phillips' case and Patrick Roberts' case, but she chose not to show interest in Tom Tavares' case and
Bobby Montague.
Bobby, yes, and Montague case. Why? Why you show interest in those 2 cases and then refuse to show interest in the other 2 cases?
Hold on, Byron. Don't lose your thought. I have a call holding for a while. Hold on. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, caller. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Your
My
time.
time?
Yes, man.
Yeah, we have a problem over the week that was.
Talk to me.
Because the whole of all right, first of all, me the speaker of the house and the deputy speaker, I deal with Burchell like a them pitney. Right? Because she was trying to clear up a point. And the deputy speaker of the house, don't talk to me. You're not the chairman.
Oh, you mean in the PAAC that happened?
Yeah, and then Juliet's response was, she rude. She not only rude, she damn rude too. Damn
Yes, I
using
heard
damn
it.
using damn using like
I heard
those
it.
are parliament. Those are language we're using at parliament.
I heard it. But did she say damn rude or very rude? Again, go back and
Damn
listen.
rude, she said.
I'm going to go back and listen.
Damn
I remember.
rude.
I heard the exchange. I heard the exchange.
She not only rude, she damn rude. And then, all right, I am a chairman for a meeting. I'm a host a meeting how me see it fit without any problem. Nobody is not a problem. And you come in at my meeting, going to tell me about house cleaning.
Your Peter Teller said the thing was going very well until she turned up that day again.
It take too long, man. And she shouldn't get none of time of the day if it's even start talk. Oh, you're going to come to my meeting, go tell me about house cleaning. You're going to come start out how we meeting for run.
All right.
She rude, man. Me have a next problem with Wave Airlines. Because Wave Airlines got the PAC and they go deal with the procurement for the track at stadium. And he did not do his homework.
Yeah, him not understand. Yeah, obviously look like him have a little idea, but him not fully informed.
Man, because
man.
None of way, man. Yeah. None of way, man, say not truthful enough because remember, you know, Michael Johnson, them team do it track, you know. And I spray, and it's track no resurface, you know. It's spray over, it's a spray, then put pan, you know. No, you know, dig up. Listen to me a sports fanatic. You see, when Bunty come from prison, when Vibes Cartel come from prison, and then keep it issue there, you see, all our damage, the German company spend must be 5 or 10 million and repair all of the areas. But you know what was the problem? You have some place with a bright blue, some part burn out, so it never presentable for yeah.
But Carla, what the man told Wavell, you know, the man says some of the parts that were bad, those were done over. So the man actually tell Wavell, say the entire track never resurfaced. And it don't look like Wavell pick up that.
It was repaired before, but because of his television program, Johnson got away. The bright
looks,
and the looks. Color them. Right. So then just go. Remember, you know, in a days gone by when a resurface, you know, you have one little machine will take off the old chevron, you know.
Yes. Yeah, man, you have to take up the old chevron.
Sometimes they donate the old chevron to schools, you know.
Yes. Yes.
None of that no happen. It's just a thinly spread. You know why the truck can't pass all now? Because the company was sprayed over can't get the right, you know, because the German company will lay the truck.
The first one
have the right, you know. Yeah. So that shows you, so that's why this company can't get the right to get it passed.
I definitely going to have to go back and listen to it, you know, because the man tell Wavell some cock and bull story for you, you know.
Yeah,
some
man,
real cock and bull story. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to say to the one thing I want to say to the opposition in Parliament and the parliamentarians, you need to be like journalists and lawyers. Anytime you hear we ask questions, we know the answers.
Yeah, that's what Radigan emphasize. When you ask a question,
we know the answers.
Make sure you know the
don't
answers.
make them tell we no rubbish. When they tell you the rubbish, you must rubbish it.
I'll give you one little homework.
Yeah.
If you go back and search for the track, it track meets with Johnson.
Yeah.
You're going to find where the manager for the competition say 100 million in give back the green, you know. So none of the money was spent on the track enough for them, you know.
All right, brother.
100 when back the green a ball out there 53 million it cost them. The man say 100 and was 30 million then give Jamaica government for repair the track.
All right,
you
brother.
can do your research.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Byron, I'm coming back to you.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, man. Go ahead now. We were talking about the DPP and the fact that some of the things that people are laying at her feet must go to the police first. That's my argument.
Okay, all right. I understand what you're saying in terms of investigation.
Yeah.
Brother Colin.
Hold on,
I do understand.
hold on. Go ahead, Byron.
Yeah, man, I do understand what you're saying, Brother Colin, in terms of investigation.
Yeah.
You understand? But as it relates to, the law, as it relates to, the Constitution as well,
Yeah.
right? That the DPP has the ultimate power in terms of a prosecution. So then the DPP, the police can bring a case to the DPP. The DPP look on the evidence. And even if the police believe that, okay, he can charge a person, and the DPP tell him, said, no, they are not going to proceed. The police can't proceed in Colin.
What?
The police cannot proceed.
No. Hold on.
I am telling you.
Hold on.
No. I can send it to you, Colin, if you want.
Hold on, Byron. Hear what I'm going to say to you. The DPP needs the police to charge you to have a case. But the police don't need the DPP to charge you.
Colin,
is that a fact?
Listen to me. If you want me to send...
Hold on
Colin,
a little bit.
hold on.
You hear me, Senator Byron? What may I say to you?
Yes.
For the DPP to have a case, the police must charge you. For the police to charge you, they don't need the DPP to recommend or to confirm that charge. Is that a fact?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Well, all right, let me ask you the question.
Let me explain.
Hold on, let me ask you the question.
Let me explain.
Hold on, let me ask you the question another way. Does the police...
No, man, you don't have to answer it another way.
No, man, hold on.
Understand the question.
No, but if you said not really, you know, understand the question. Because the police no need...
Well, let me tell you why I understand the question.
Let me tell you why. Hold on a little bit. If I commit a crime as a regular citizen, the police charge me without recommending it to the DPP. Normally, it is for police case and high-profile case that the police send the file to the DPP to consider whether to charge you or not. So the police don't need the DPP's advice or consent to charge you. But for the DPP to have a case to deal with, the police must charge you first, whether by recommendation from the DPP or on their own volition. That's the point I'm making.
Okay, you're ready for...
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, let me say this to you clear, and I think I need to send you some document on this. Now, if there's a case as it relates to what you mentioned, high profile case, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the police and the DPP working together on this particular case.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Not every case that the police and the DPP is going to work on. You understand? But we are talking about a profile case as it relates to a Patrick Bailey case, right? And as it relates to several high-profile cases. So we could just narrow it down for better understanding so the people can understand. When it comes to high-profile case, particularly when it involves politicians, right? The police might choose not to foot it alone. For safety and protection, they are going to work the case with the DPP. So then while they are working the case with the DPP, if the evidence not collected, the DPP can look on the case and say, okay, I don't think you gather as much evidence. I don't think you gather as much evidence, you understand, in terms of we prosecuting this case. So we are not going to pursue.
Or
the DPP can instruct.
Right. Or the DPP will say this don't reach a prima facie case. So we're not going to court with this.
Exactly. Right. So my argument is that indeed the DPP, right, as it relates to high profile case, can initiate that investigation. The DPP can definitely. You understand?
Byron, hold on. I think most of you misunderstand what I am saying to the public. Anybody can initiate a case. Anybody can give the police.
When I said anybody can initiate a case.
Anybody.
What do you mean?
Any one of us can give the police information on somebody on a matter that is initiating a case. So the DPP, yes, can initiate to the police an investigation. But until the police submits a file to the DPP is nowhere in that case. The DPP
well, guess what?
The DPP can't on their own charge you. The police have to submit a file.
All right, Colin, this is what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. You know? You understand? Because if you're talking about the DPP going out of her, authority in terms of go and investigate the DPP, the DPP don't do that. That is not what we are talking about, Colin. The DPP don't do that.
But hold on, but Byron, that's the point I'm making to people. That's the point I've been making,
Oh.
That as it relates to the Patrick Bailey case, until the police can tell us that they submit a file to the DPP, you can't blame the DPP. You can't call the DPP corrupt because of that case.
And
because
you know what I'm saying?
The police not submit nothing.
Okay, and I heard that. Let me repeat what you said before you said might be I don't get it. You are saying that as it relates to Patrick Bailey's case
or any other case,
the police should lead an investigation into Patrick Bailey case before the DPP engage. Okay, that is what you're saying. So I repeat what you said and tell you that I am getting it.
Hold on. Not before the DPP engage, because as I said to you, I agree. The DPP can say to the police, you must investigate this case and submit a file to me. But until that file is submitted to the DPP, the DPP is nowhere.
Okay. All right, understand. Okay, we can leave it at that. So you and I say the same thing.
Yeah.
So we are saying the same thing.
Yes.
Okay, good. That is what we want. So, and that is one of the reasons why I'm not calling. I feed the fire upon the DPP because the DPP can definitely, you understand, engage, be responsible. All right, let me show you an example in terms of what I am saying. In St. Kitts, the DPP, right? Insert her power and ask the police investigators to investigate certain politicians.
Yes.
And guess what? Charge them.
But hold on.
So I am saying,
but hold on. Hear the difference.
Yes.
When the DPP said that to those police in St. Kitts, the police did an investigation and submit a file.
Yes, Colin.
So what we are saying,
yes.
until the police submit that file, the DPP is nowhere.
Yeah, man. Right? But the thing, Colin, all right. I am going to ask you a question, Colin.
I'm coming to you, Edward.
The Patrick Bailey case.
Yeah,
the Patrick Bailey case, Colin. Do you believe that the DPP totally oblivious of the case? I'm just asking you a question.
There couldn't be. Anybody in the know in Jamaica. But listen, Byron. Not because you hear something. And in law, this is critical. Because when something happened in Jamaica, let's use the Jarlan Silvera case. Everybody hear about it. And the whole heap of news on the road. But the judges have to leave those out of the matter. So the DPP or members of our office, we would want to suspect, must hear about that case. No, we don't know. No, we don't know if the DPP has said to the police, investigate the case and send it to us. Whether or not she did or the office did, until the police, and we know that several times people, when what this man named Bailey, senior superintendent, Patrick Bailey in the name too? The pastor man, the police, I think him there Turks and Caicos now as commissioner. One or two times he was asked about the case. Bailey, I'm last name. He was asked about the case and him said they are still investigating. Now it is for us to find out whether or not a file was sent to the DPP because Bailey, thank you. If the file was not sent to the DPP, we cannot blame the DPP. It must be the police that must do them investigation.
Okay. All right.
So
Colin.
the police is the first contact.
Colin.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question, Colin. Do you know when this incident occurred?
The Patrick Bailey case?
Yes.
How much years ago that now? A couple of years ago, because at the time when it happened, he was still the lawyer for Andrew Wallace. He was still the Prime Minister's lawyer.
Okay. All right, hold on.
And him get
based
a
on my
since.
based on my okay, all right. Based on my recollection, Colin, that case may have occurred roughly about 2013, if my memory serves me right. Either 2013 or 2015.
No, man. That happened when JLP was in government, I think. And I think that's
okay.
long.
No, I think you're right. Hold on, correction. 2017.
Maybe 2017. Somewhere, yeah. Because in
No,
the
no,
same
2017. 2017.
Yeah, because
No,
at the same
you're
time,
correct.
Andrew Wallace ousted out there and all of that. So it was when the GLP
right.
was in power.
Yes. 2017. I just remember. All right. Look where I'm going, Colin. From 2017 until when did Paula Llewellyn exit office?
Last year.
2024.
Last
2020,
year, man.
2025.
2025. Was it August? August
okay,
last year.
All right. So when you check from 2017, and we said, okay, all right, Paula Llewellyn would have some time between the time she exited, would have been in an awareness to the case, and might say to the police or say to Bailey, right, initiate an investigation into this because it is out there in the public. It really doesn't look good, and it doesn't speak well for the criminal justice system. Okay. Bailey would have started to investigate. It gone 2 years. It gone 3 years. You have a DPP that is serious about dealing with a particular situation. That DPP, they would expect that DPP is going to say, look, this case, you understand, is as it relates to your investigation, you understand, has been, right, going into a prolonged situation. What is happening, right? The DPP have the power in saying that, look, I have to provide you an ultimatum. How many times do you want to deal with the case? Is it a situation that, okay, all right, you can't get evidence as it relates to witness or as it relates to investigation? Anyway, what sort of witness would you need when 2 persons locked away in the house? You're talking about ballistic expert, scientific expert. It is right there. What sort of investigation would have done?
Byron.
Yes.
All of what you're saying is plausible. But I can hear the DPP saying, until the police provides me with a file, I can do nothing.
Okay, so all right. In terms of
because
in terms of prudence,
hold on. The DPP can't fire the police. The DPP can't punish the police. So the DPP can ask, can recommend. But again, I say to you, it is
no.
The police.
Hold on, Colin. Colin, I'm going to hold on. I am going to listen to me.
I'm going to have a pause Colin, again because I have another caller. Hold on, Byron.
All right.
I'm going to have a pause again.
Let me do this fast. Yeah, if the DPP instruct the police to investigate a case, and that police don't investigate the case, definitely don't investigate the case.
Yeah, what can
the DPP can recommend charges for the police?
Oh, I don't know that. I'd have to check that one. I have to check that one. Because let me
remember, I work in the system, Colin.
But Byron,
I work in the system.
But Byron, if you said to me, investigate this case, and I tell you that I am investigating it, and tomorrow you come back and say where you reach, and I say I'm still investigating. Next year you come back and say I'm still investigating, and I can show you little jottings and little things that I have done, and it still not reach the matter. What you going to do to me?
No, well, that is not my scenario. My scenario is saying to you that if, right, the DPP instructs a police officer to investigate the case, and the police fail to investigate the case, that is my scenario. You understand? I'm not using the scenario that you're using. I am using my scenario.
As I said,
that if the police fail to investigate, the DPP can recommend the police to be charged.
I can't dispute that. I don't know that. I have to check that.
Okay.
Hold on for me. Ed boy, go ahead.
Right, Colin, quickly. I didn't intend to stay long at all. I just want to respond to something that Nevis said. Right? And we need to set things in perspective. And Nevis is very out of order. Right? and I'm not playing with nephew. I did not accuse anyone of anything. I merely said, and I set in context, in relation to a report that Philip Paulwell gave a press statement that $4 billion is Petrojam recorded a $4 billion loss. It's the first in over 3 years they've recorded that major significant loss. That's a fact.
You're saying that
Yes?
Philip Paulwell gave that press release?
Yes, he did. And you missed the press release. I can send you the press release.
If he did, I'm sure I have it. Continue.
He did. Go and check it. He did.
No, man,
in addition to that.
Maybe I just didn't play it, but I am
Yes.
sure that if
He
Philip
did.
Paulwell give a
He
press
did 2
release,
weeks ago.
I have it.
2 weeks ago. Now, in addition to that, let me set the record straight. I am not a paid for radio caller. Right?
Hold on. Does the release says 3 years of consecutive losses?
It did say 3 years of consecutive
Philip Paulwell
losses.
demands answers as Petrojam bleeds billions. 3 years of consecutive losses. I have that press release.
Of course, 4 billion, and it is in consecutive mean every year to lose $4 billion. Yes.
Right.
So let us set the record straight. So Neville, I am not trying to implicate anybody. I could go further. The man who pays you to call this program, we know his name. We know him name. Yeah. Every time you come, be careful. Every time you come out to speak, understand that everybody, Jamaica is a small place and nothing is a secret. I go and leave your colleague.
Later. Byron, just wrap up because we over time.
Yes. All right. So what I'm saying, basically, you understand that the DPP, right, and the police, right, when it comes to high profile cases, they work in tandem.
Yes.
They can work in tandem.
Yeah, man.
And the DPP can initiate the investigation. But again, as you said, the police would have to prepare the file.
Yes.
You understand? So
That's
that it can now process and put into the court.
That's
okay.
Point.
So we are good with that, Colin.
All right,
we are good. We are good.
One love, respect, and thanks for the call. Let's play this Philip Paulwell release.
Is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
This is Philip Paulwell, opposition spokesman on energy and telecommunications. On Friday's sitting of the Standing Finance Committee, I demanded answers on behalf of the Jamaican people regarding the troubling state of Petrojam. The numbers are stark and unacceptable. This state-owned refinery lost approximately $4 billion in the last financial year. It is projected to lose another $4 billion by the end of this financial year, with further losses anticipated in the coming year. 3 consecutive years of losses for an enterprise that once was consistently profitable. 3 years of bleeding public funds without a clear plan for recovery. I asked the minister direct questions. What is the current status of Petrojam? What is the government's plan to return it to profitability? And critically, what is the government's position and roadmap for this refinery's future? We cannot ignore that this refinery is over 40 years old, operating with outdated technology that drives up costs and reduces efficiency. A previous pathway, including expansion and modernization, has been abandoned. The Jamaican people deserve answers. They deserve a plan, and they deserve to know why this vital national asset continues to fail them. My job is to hold this government accountable. That is exactly what I will continue to do.
That was the press release. So, Nevio, you asked why Paulwell never said it. Paulwell did say it. So, there you have it. Hey, listeners and viewers, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel and you are here, please subscribe to the channel, Portland Spice TV. A lot of people want to blame the DPP for a lot of things. Just like a lot of people want to blame the PNP for the GLP poor performance. Let's look first at the first stage of contact. It is the labor rights and the people who did not vote that put the GLP back in power, not the PNP. For a case to go before the court, the police must press charges, not the DPP. The DPP can recommend an investigation, and then the DPP can decide whether to charge, well or never, or not to charge. But the police must do their work. Yeah? In the case of the man who was found dead in Patrick Bailey's house, as far as I am aware, not even done a station, man no go yet. And we've been bawling all about. I remember Percival Latouche. May his soul rest in peace. Percy Latouche was on every radio station, day in, day out, talking about the man because the man was a returning resident. And Percival Latouche was the president of the Returning Residents Association. He was out there calling for it. The police, the commissioner of police, we must ask them what is happening with that case. The Linville Bloomfield case, a man was charged, disappeared, and we have never heard the police come out and say this man is wanted, or there's a manhunt for this man. And there's so much more to the Linville Bloomfield case that we are still asking questions about. So it's not the DPP, and not you're defending the DPP. But if we say we're speaking truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help us God, we have to dig for the truth. And we can't just, because we think somebody lean on the other side, we are going to blame them. No, I'm not depend on that. Me depend truth. Yeah? So, therefore, you can say all you want about the DPP. I have problems with the DPP. Greg Christie has submitted a number of cases to the DPP. And I want to ask the DPP, you never find one where you could have charged? The Integrity Commission have the apparatus to charge. They have refused to charge the Prime Minister, even though they said that they found enough evidence to charge the Prime Minister. A lot of people keep forgetting that in the Wisconsin case. So, let me take the final call. Neville.
Hello, good morning, Colin.
Morning, my brother.
Colin, with so many radio stations coming off the air, your station must be a truth station.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Now just run with narrative.
It's 4 things we need to look at in Jamaica as we go along.
Yeah.
Organized politics, organized crime, organized religion, and organized gambling.
Oh, this will be...
Because you see this war that is going on, we reach a stage now where cyber attacks is taking place through the banking system in America.
Oh, yes.
And the Iranians, they have some of the best cyber hackers, both them and the Russians. Please make it known to your listeners and the people who you're close with and everybody, your neighbor. Back up all of your cell phone numbers, write them out in your diary. Go into your bank and get a bank confirmation letter so that the bank can give you a letter confirming that your money is in the bank. Because when the cyber attacks start take place in the next phase of the war, a lot of people are going to lose their investment. And governments all across the world going to become desperate for money. That is the prelude.
Somebody's saying that don't forget the Israelis when you're talking about cyber attack and cyber security and all of that.
Thank you. And this is the prelude for the cashless society and the digital society. Because the government's going to want all of your money. Because they're going to come under pressure to live their best life.
Yeah.
When life throw you lemon, you must take it, make lemonade.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
When they put on the sugar tax, you make the lemonade and put in your fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And leave them juice in them supermarket to steal. Because one of the good things about this tax package, still, Colin, is that you determine how much you pay.
Well, Neville,
take it.
It's not me or you. The people them who buy these sugary drinks can't afford not much more. Some of them can't get lemon to make lemonade.
The children are sorry for.
You better believe that.
Because, believe it or not, the sugar give them the energy that they need to ramp,
Yeah, man. Children
and to perform at boys and girls camps.
But let me show you something, Neville. And Chris Stokes was asked if it really was about health, and he said, no, it's about the money. It is about the money.
Yes,
but if the government,
Chris Stokes knows.
If the government was serious about bringing down the sugar, what the government would have said to the manufacturers, if your drinks have sugar content below a certain level, no tax. Once you pass that level, tax. So it's not about no health benefit, brother. It's straight money. Money.
Yeah, but
because the government has no vision.
No, all the Bureau of Standards allow these anomalies on the market. The Bureau of Standards.
Well, a long time these anomalies are going on, brother. Long time sweet drinks are run. Sweet drinks not just a run. Sweet drinks are run from you a boy and me a boy.
Thank you. Yeah. The country broke here.
Little more.
The government system broke.
Government system is a vampire.
Take care, Colin.
Blessings, my brother. My people, let me thank you this morning. All who've shared. Realize a lot of people trying to get through and never get through. Tomorrow evening, we expect to have opposition spokesman and finance Julian Robinson with us. Please join us then at 5 o'clock Jamaica time, 6 o'clock in the US. Blessings. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening for the Colin Bell Show, this has been Talk Jamaica. One love.